So we'll just wait and see who wins the toss, which could be important. Let's go to the weather now, and it's over to Nate.
Very good morning to you, PK and Lisa. We're looking at both the north and the south. Let's start up top. Tropical Cyclone Penny has reformed in the Coral Sea, now well off the Queensland coast. So in the south, we've got lots of heat associated with a couple of troughs. That's drawing heat right down into the southeast over the next couple of days thanks to a cold front moving through the Bight. In South Australia, you're looking at over 40 degrees for most of the state today. We've got severe fire danger extending from Western Australia through to parts of South Australia, particularly the west coast, the Lower Eyre Peninsula and over the Mount Lofty ranges. And we'll look at all of that weather shortly, plus some storms continuing through northern Queensland. But for the capitals, Adelaide is going to be the hottest today, a very warm and sunny 41 degrees. Brisbane's looking at a shower or two, getting to 30. A fine and 28-degree day for Sydney, Melbourne and Hobart. Canberra, you've got some more showers, probably a storm as well later, getting to 34. Perth starting with an early shower or two, then it'll be fine, but cloudy, 24. And if you're in Darwin, you can expect your typical Darwin weather, a shower or two, probably a storm to go with it, 33 degrees.
Thanks, Nate. Well, lots...
Nate. The name Nate is sometimes an abbreviation of Nathan. Nathan, as in the Mirror Boy, or Nathan Breeze. Did you see Perth, 17 to 24? Jake was born on the 17th and Nathan was born on the 24th. They're the storm boys that I talk about in most of my videos. Jake and Nathan, 17 to 24 in Perth. Perth. So fell Lord Perth, and the countryside did shake with that thunder. That's in The Dark Tower by Stephen King. And Perth, the name Perth, it means thorny bush or thicket. Thorny bush or thicket. I've talked about that. How it's connected to West Java, Indonesia. And a volcano, Galangang, a mountain. Beauty Cana means thorny tuber. The mountain is covered in thorny vines. So the name Beauty Cana refers to the thorny vines that cover the mountain. And there's a connection between Galangang and Perth. Beauty Cana. Thorny tuber. Thorny tuber. The dahlia is a tuber, and the first cyclone that came into Australian waters in 2017, November 2017, so last season, the first cyclone that came into Australian waters was Dahlia. The dahlia is a tuber. So Dahlia was named by Indonesia. And the next cyclone to be named by Indonesia will be Lili, L-I-L-I. And Riley is a tiger lily boy. He's a boy of the Sumatran tiger. He has the tiger spirit in him. And he's a boy of the lily. Lily, the girl. Lily, the nice, pretty, smooth girl. Riley's a nice, pretty, smooth boy. Riley is a boy because, you know, when it goes cyclones, they go boy, girl, boy, girl. Right now we have Penny, a girl's name. Penny was the name of the very first horse I ever knew. She was named Penny. Penny farthing is a coin. And a penny, if you roll a penny on its side, it doesn't do a U-turn. It won't do a U-turn, it'll keep rolling. It might bump into something, it might do a curve, it might slowly curve, it might slowly turn in a big wide curve, but it won't do a U-turn. But Penny, the storm that became Penny, before it became Penny, before it was named as Penny, did a U-turn on New Year's Eve in the Gulf of Carpentaria. There's only two ways a penny can do a U-turn. One is if you spin it, so you're sitting at a table or on a bench and you flick the coin, so on its side you put a lot of backspin on the coin. So it goes down the table and then it comes back. That's one way a penny can do a U-turn. The other way is if you toss the coin. Exactly what you do at the start of a cricket game. The time's 9:11. 911. the emergency phone number in America, 911. Speaking of American politics. Oh, well, now it's 9:12, so let's move on. Riley and Penny. Riley found the penny in the moonlight, and the moonlight reflected off the penny. That's how he saw it. That's what drew his attention. Bright and shiny. Penny in the moonlight. I think that looks like a chicken drumstick. Does not look like a snowman. It looks like a chicken drumstick to me. So 360 degrees, that's a circle. Planets are circles. The moon is a circle. The moon, the planets are circles. We might forward wind and come back to live time. What do you reckon? Yeah, let's do that. So planets are circles, the moon is a circle, and the universe is a spiral. The universe is a spiral, galaxies are spirals, seashells are spirals. It's a natural shape. It's a sacred shape. The spiral. The hurricane. The storm is a spiral. The hurricane is a spiral. The eye of the hurricane is a circle. The penny is a circle. The circle only has one side, and that is a song by Travis. One is a song by U2. Penny, her first incarnation was on January 1, New Year's Day. Let's watch the weather. We should watch the weather. Because Penny, this is interesting. Penny. Tropical Cyclone Penny, this is her second life. So like Owen, she did a U-turn in the Gulf of Carpentaria. The penny, the moonlight reflected off the penny in the pond. Let's listen in.
So graceful.
Yeah,
so graceful.
So graceful. And to be
Okay.
fair, the move itself is called Hanging On for Dear Life.
I feel like this is what the kids get up to when we're sitting in here working on.
That's right.
They go outside.
That's right. We thought this
they're
was a
playing
serious news show.
To be fair, I do have a look on my face like I'm struggling. That was maybe put on for the camera a little bit. Georgie's not quite as heavy as my face. May
I'm
indicate.
42 tonnes.
And you weren't dressed up like Mozart.
No, unfortunately, I couldn't snatch that wig quickly enough.
So for those people that didn't know, we have just tuned in. We had a chat with some circus performers from a show involving Mozart music and acrobatics.
Yeah, Paul and Kat were great and they're fans. So a very good morning to you both once again.
What about the weather, mate?
We've got plenty to talk about. A cyclone again, Tropical Cyclone Penny is back in the Coral Sea. We'll take a look at the synoptics because you can see the system's reformed there. Now it looks like it's going to intensify to a Category 2 system, then start curving back towards the coast of Queensland over the next couple of days. Now, it is likely that it'll come back to a tropical low before hitting the coast, hopefully just bringing some wet weather. Now, in the south, you can see those very hot temperatures moving through Western Australia, the central parts of the country and into South Australia. A couple of low pressure systems there as well. Lots of heat through South Australia today, and we've got severe fire danger extending from Western Australia through into South Australia for the west coast, the Lower Eyre Peninsula and for the Mount Lofty Ranges. Now, most of the state is going to be over 40 degrees today. Adelaide's going to be the hottest of the capitals, in fact, around the country, getting to 41. For Brisbane, there's a shower or two, a top of 30. Fine at 28 if you are in Sydney, Melbourne or Hobart today. Canberra's getting a shower or two, probably a storm as well later, 34 degrees, and we'll see storms through most of New South Wales, some of them potentially severe again today. Perth, you've got an early shower or two, a cloudy 24 after that, and Darwin, of course, is looking at a shower or two, probably a storm 33. Now, Lisa, I have to say, I know you're not very happy with me, but tomorrow it is going to be 42 degrees in Melbourne, 36 if you're in Hobart, which is very warm for that part of the country, but there is a cool change that's moving through. It's going to start in the west and then move through the south of the state. So late afternoon, early evening, we should see, and this will be quite the experience for you, the temperature just gets knocked out completely. So it should be quite comfortable.
I'm going to hold you to that, you know.
All right, let's see how it goes.
With
right?
a bit of rain as well? Or just the wind
Rain
change?
on the weekend
Okay,
for the southeastern corner, actually, behind that cold front. So it's a cold front that's dragging the heat down in northerlies ahead of it. Then that cooler southerly change, a little bit of wet weather, not too much of that though.
Good stuff. Thanks very much for that, Nate. What did you make of the discussion earlier about, and Georgie, about the parents ignoring their kids when they're on the phone all the time? Do you see that? You notice that when you're out and about?
I do, and I often notice that if that is happening, then it's usually the grandparents who have the kids.
Oh, really?
So
And actually, a
sometimes I've
couple of
seen them
people
putting
wrote in, a couple of people wrote in about that, saying that it wasn't the parent.
So, interesting. Nate is the weatherman. Abbreviation of the name Nathan can be Nate. And PK, well, that's my initials too. Chewing gum. PK. Used to get that at school. And yeah, the newsreader, the sports, usually does the sports, Patrick Kennedy. My name's Phil Kelly, so PK. And look what Penny's doing. She's doing, would you say she's doing a U-turn or not? Or is she doing a slow curve? She's turning to the right. She turned in the Gulf of Carpentaria, she turned in what you would definitely call a U-turn. This time she's turning maybe more of a slow turn. More like a coin flip, if you ask me. See, that's definitely not what would happen if you spun a penny backwards. If you put backspin on a penny, it would not do that. But if you flip a coin, it can go in a nice little arc. And that looks like Penny's arc, the arc of the coin flip. So maybe Riley spun the penny. Spun her the first time. Then he flipped her. Flipped her. Heads I win, tails you lose. If he only flipped the coin once, he only got one answer. And we know that Riley saw his face on the penny. So heads I win, Riley won the toss. So he got to keep the penny. That changes things. Because if Riley won the toss and his face is on the back of the coin, what's that telling us? What's that telling us about Riley? Perth, 17 to 24. Jake, born on the 17th. Nathan, on the 24th. What do we know about Riley? We know Riley equals 69. And we've got a mirror boy who was born on the 6th of the 9th. We know that much. We know Chambers equals 69. The boy from the Dark Tower who comes back from the dead, Jake Chambers. Jake Chambers is 96. Weston, W-E-S-T-O-N equals 96. Weston, as in Western Park, like Western Park in Canberra. Western Park is in Canberra. And that's what the prophecy is kind of for. It's to do with that place. And it's to do with me when I was 13. And it's got to do with how did I survive. Jake was able to help me because there's something magical about Western Park. It's a magical place. That's what it is. It's Western Park. It's a magical place. Western. Riley is a Western boy. Western boy with a twist, because Riley equals 69, Western 96. Turn 6 on its head and you get 9. That's in The Dark Tower by Stephen King. So fell Lord Perth, and the countryside did shake with that thunder. That's also from The Dark Tower. So, penny, the penny farthing, a coin, flipped by Riley, who then, for the first time, saw his face on the back of the penny. He saw that he was the same as Owen. He looked the same as Owen. Owen was his identical twin. Except for one thing. Riley had the penny. So Riley had the power. So Riley, not a big boy, compact, small boy, athletic. Athletic, compact, good looking. Slinky boy. Slinky smooth boy. Because Riley is of the tiger lily, remember? The Sumatran tiger. And the next cyclone to be named by Indonesia will be Lily. Riley will come from the lily. Riley, the tiger lily boy. The tiger lily is growing in the pond at Western Park. So here we go. The pond is overgrown. What do we know about Riley? We know that Riley equals 69, the same as Chambers. Penny Chambers died in the same firestorm that killed Nathan Breeze on Black Saturday, 2009. It was Saturday the 7th of February, 2009. The same firestorm that killed Nathan killed Penny Chambers. Chambers, 69. Jake Chambers, 96. John Jake Chambers, 143. Penny Chambers, 143. So Riley is a 6'9" boy. We are minus 96 minutes, check that out. Just became 97. Hurricane equals 97. So Perth, thorny bush or thicket, and Western with a twist because it's Western Park. So what we do know is that Riley's a Western boy, and so he'll be an Indian Ocean boy. He's a boy of the tiger lily. The next cyclone to be named by Indonesia will be Lily. We had Iris. Iris came back from the dead. Dahlia was named by Indonesia last year. We had Owen. Owen came back from the dead. He was a zombie boy too. And Penny. Penny's doing the zombie thing. She's coming back from the dead as well. She's done it. She's come back. She's 2 lives, just like Owen and Iris. Lily to Riley. Riley is a unisex name, and strangely enough, Western Park in Canberra was named after Thomas Weston. Thomas Charles Weston. Charlie, the choo-choo. The Train in the Dark Tower by Stephen King, where you will find Jake Chambers. Chambers equals 69. Turn 6 on its head and you get 9. There's a mini train at Western Park in Canberra. The name of that train is Bluebell. Thomas Charles Weston. Thomas, the tank engine. Charlie, the choo-choo in the Dark Tower. Charles. Thomas Charles George Weston. Thomas Weston comes from Middlesex in England. Middlesex. Riley is a unisex name. Middlesex, Lily to Riley. Symbolic. It's Lily to Riley. Riley can be a boy's name or a girl's name, but we know Riley is a boy. How do we know Riley's a boy? Because Penny is a girl. Riley's a boy. Then we have Savannah is a girl. So that's what we know about Riley. We're 99 minutes reversed, and I stopped at 24 past, I think. 24, Nathan's date of birth. Perth, 17 to 24. This is what we know about Riley. And we know Penny, gonna come in, they say, as a low. So she's not an unlucky Penny, is she? Because Riley won the coin toss. He tossed the coin. There's only one toss of the coin. The arc of the coin toss. It's right there on the map. So Riley flipped the coin, decided his penny was a lucky penny because it was heads. Heads I win, tails you lose. Riley saw his own face on the penny. For the first time he knew what he looked like. And to his surprise, he realized he looked just like Owen. Owen was a small, compact cyclone. Riley, therefore, I guess, will be a small, compact cyclone, a Western cyclone, a tiger lily boy, an Indian Ocean boy. And he will have the power because he has the penny.